Welcome back, everybody, to Shed End Blues. I was going to be coming on here just to do a quick review of the Chelsea Luton game yesterday, but news broke this morning that it looks like Frank Lampard is going to be sacked. By Matt Law, a Chelsea journalist. Daily Telegraph broke the news. It looks like, Frank Lampard is going to be sacked. There was a text went round the first team squad not to come into training, supposedly. Chelsea are preparing a statement for later today that Lampard is going to be sacked, and it looks like Thomas Tuchel could be taking over. Can't say I'm upset or surprised or angry about this. To be honest with you, last few games it hasn't been going to plan. I would have liked Lampard to be given more time, maybe see if he could turn things around. But we all know what Roman Abramovich is like. If you've been a Chelsea fan, you know he's not a patient man. If he can see things going the way they are going, he's going to react, and he has. It looks like, and it's unfortunate. Lampard did well last season. He came in after Sarri, it was a toxic place to be around Chelsea as a fan. They weren't happy with the way football was being played and the way the club was being run. Lampard came in and settled the ship for me. Brought in some youth players at a time where we had a transfer ban. Did well last season, but couldn't carry it on to this season. Supposedly there's been discontent in the changing room with the players and the squad. Fallings out and other things reported. It's a shame. I just want to talk quickly about the game yesterday. I thought we played quite well. Luton were a decent side, but scored 2 early goals. Good play from Timo Werner for the first one. Good header for Tammy Abraham for the second. Luton got one back for a silly mistake from Kepa, and good work from Hudson-Odoi for the third to set it up for Tammy Abraham's hat-trick. And Timo Werner should have scored a penalty. That's about it, really. But to be honest with you, I saw this coming. I think a lot of us did. Maybe a lot of us wanted Lampard sacked. It was split down the middle for me. There was a lot of fans that wanted Lampard to be given more time because of who he is, and there were a lot of fans that wanted Lampard out because it just wasn't working. And you could see in the last few games, the players weren't really playing for him. I think he'd lost the dressing room. He was losing a lot more fans game by game. Fans were turning and saying, look, he's just not good enough anymore. It's a shame it's gone this way. I think we all would have liked Lampard to be successful. Of course we would have. It's the dream where a former legend of your club comes back and manages the club, and you want success. It's a dream. It's a fairy tale. But sometimes it just never doesn't work out that way. And I hope Lampard can go on and not let this affect his managerial career, because I think he could be a good manager given time. Get more experience, go back to the lower leagues maybe and manage a team at the level of like Derby County where he was doing really well. Maybe it was just a step too far for him. Maybe he couldn't handle the pressure of the big players, and time told. I think his backroom staff maybe didn't help too much. I don't think Jody Morris was up to it really this season. He looked like he just couldn't be bothered just sitting there most of the games, just on the bench, not giving a damn about what was going on. I feel sorry for Lampard a bit, but he's not good enough, and we've got to accept that and move on and hope whoever comes in. This rumour this is Thomas Tuchel, and I'll back him if he's going to be the manager. I'll back him, give him his chance. Heard good things about him. He's had a decent career so far. With Dortmund, he did quite well there. Worked with the likes of Pulisic, so he knows him. He's German, so he'll be able to help the likes of Werner, Kai Havertz. And then he's been at PSG as well, where Thiago Silva was last season, so he knows him quite well. So let's just hope, if he is coming in, that he can do something decent for us. We've just got to back the team at the moment. It hasn't been confirmed that Lampard's been sacked. Supposedly, basically every news outlet, even Sky Sports, everywhere you look, it's happening, and it's going to be at some point today. Like I said, a text went around the entire first team squad this morning to inform them that training was delayed as Chelsea are preparing a statement. Lampard was called in to meet with Chelsea board members to be informed of the news 18 months into the 3-year contract he signed as Chelsea head coach. Chelsea were not commenting on the situation, but it is understood that former Paris Saint-Germain manager Tuchel will replace Lampard. Lampard has hoped to be given more time to turn around Chelsea's poor Premier League form, and the FA Cup success over Luton looked to be a step in the right direction. But Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich decided to act in a bid to save Chelsea's hopes of qualifying for Champions League next season. Tuchel's arrival is clearly aimed at trying to bring the best out of two of Chelsea's big summer signings, like I said, his German compatriots, Timo, Werner and Kai Havertz. Werner missed a penalty against Luton. He did. It was a poor penalty. Easy for the keeper to save. Despite performing better, while Havertz made a late appearance as a substitute, he did come on. He did okay. Tuchel's appointment will also be seen as somewhat of a risk, given Chelsea were warned of him during Antonio Conte's reign because of his fallouts with his former employers. Oh, well, there's something we've got to worry about. How many managers every manager is falling out with the employers at Chelsea, so it's not something we need to worry about. It happens every bloody time. So Lampard's departure could split opinion among Chelsea fans. That's definitely true. It's going to be the loud guys that absolutely adore Lampard, and rightly so for what he did for our club. And then there'll be others that can see that he's just not good enough as a manager. And it's not a knock on Lampard as a person. I still love him as what he's done for the club. He's just not quite good enough. He did what he did for us last season, and you've got to thank him for that. I don't think many managers would have wanted to come in with no transfer ban. You've lost Eden Hazard, your best player, and you've got to work with the squad you had. And he did pretty well with it, in my opinion. Speaking before the Luton game, Lampard said, "I am a fighter first and foremost. It's how I managed to make a career out of the game as a player. When I packed up, I could have easily stayed in media or come out of football altogether. I needed to get back in. I got back in with a desire to be successful. I didn't have blinkers on. I knew that there will be tough times and things that you can't control, like you did as a player." Sounding like a guy that's basically ready. He knows he's losing his job. And if he is, I just want to say thank you, Lampard. Last season was fantastic. Some of the days we had, the away days were absolutely amazing. The fans, we'd all come, like I said, with Sarri, it was toxic. There were a few fans that wanted Sarri in. There are a lot of fans that just couldn't stand the football and wanted him out. Stamford Bridge was a toxic place to be. Lampard changed that. He brought us back all together. We seemed like a bond had been formed. And especially on the away days, they were just absolutely amazing. There were some away days that were brilliant. Norwich, Southampton, Tottenham was brilliant. There were so many that were absolutely brilliant away days. Sad that we haven't got to see any games this season and give him our support. Give the team our support. I think that's what they might have needed this season. It's the fans there to give them some backing. Tell them, come on, lads, it's all right. They haven't had that. So, there you go, really. I think that's a massive loss for Chelsea, really. All of the fans this season not there to back the team and back Lampard. And it's a shame, but we move on. If it is what it is, really. It's the way of the road. as she says, the way she goes. Well, that's it really. Lampard is done out here. Tuchel is on the way in, supposedly. The news will be breaking very, very soon, at some point today. Let me know what you think down below. Are you angry? Are you happy? What could go on? What could happen now? Could we go on an amazing run with this Tuchel coming in? Could he transform us into a great side that can challenge for the Premier League, challenge for the Champions League? I have to wait and see. Well, in 12 months' time, could we be seeing us in 6th, 7th, 8th place and Tuchel getting the sack? Anything can happen at Chelsea. It's always a roller coaster. That's why we love the club. It's never boring. So thanks for watching, guys. It was only going to be short and sweet. I was only supposed to come on here and do the Luton thing, but ended up talking about Lampard being sacked today because that is the main news going around. Sad, yes. Disappointed, yes. It had to end like this. But we all saw it coming. Thanks for watching, guys. Please smash the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, wherever you're watching on Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. Up the Chelsea. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.